In a world where negativity, toxicity, and hatred runs rampant, two superheroes. What? Oh, not superheroes? So like two regular heroes? Not even regular heroes? Just two dudes? Sure, whatever. It's your script. Two nerds who are sick of toxic fandom have made it their goal to rid the world of negativity, 1 hour at a time.
Hello and welcome back to another week. I am your resident sad boy, Anthony.
Oh, and I'm PhD Dr. Happy Pants. I'm like Patch Adams, except not a clown.
And also not a bad movie.
Not a bad movie. Great movie.
Okay, fair enough.
It gets pooped on.
I won't poop on it anymore. I don't remember it. I haven't seen it in like 15 years.
Watch it again. And also remember you're watching it and it's Robin Williams. So
I know. Okay. Well, that's a great transition because
every laugh that you can get out of Robin Williams, you have to now take advantage of.
I know, because there's only so many you have. There's a finite amount of Robin Williams laughs. So speaking of which, this breaking news actually just hit me almost as hard as Robin Williams. So Trevor Moore, one of the co-founders and head writer and like heart behind Whitest Kids U Know, died this morning. I just found out about it 20 minutes before we sat down to record, so I'm a little shell-shocked. He was a really big influence on me. He was honestly a hero of mine. I followed Whitest Kids U Know religiously when I was in high school. And I really I like modeled a lot of my sense of humor on them, or at least I tried to. I still to this day say quotes from their sketches, and they were having a resurgence. They just actually wrapped, as far as I know, a Whitest Kids U Know movie literally weeks ago. Wow. I had been watching some of their YouTube videos throughout quarantine, because they were doing getting a little choked up. They were doing D&D stuff. They were doing like just kind of come back together and feel good stuff. Yeah, because they were all in a bad place. So that hurts, man. Yeah.
Well, it's so much more relatable now too, you know, and it's like it's so easy to connect with this stuff, especially because of the content they put out and like all the stuff that they've put out over the years. You know, they've always been relatable white kids.
Yeah, it's true. Like it was like, honestly, I mean, on the level for me was like Donald Glover and his sketch comedy. Like that's how I think of them, as on that level. Of course, Donald Glover I think is a little more big and also maybe better in some ways, but I don't know. So I just wanted to
know, though, like everyone knows. Well, everyone our age knows what Whitest Kids You Know.
I know.
It's like
it came out in like the YouTube days, like the beginning of YouTube, and like
days, like YouTube is dead now.
Yeah,
back when YouTube was a thing.
Well, now that we're putting our videos on it, let's be honest, it's pretty dead.
Yeah, no one's going to that site anymore.
We mark the end of YouTube.
TikTok's coming soon. They're gonna keel over.
It was the peak. We came in right at the peak, and we were the peak. But anyways, I'm sorry to start with a bummer. But I think that's part of what we are, is like, let's try and rise above it.
Yeah. Well, and like I think one of the biggest things, I'm not going to get too into it. We have a funeral we're going to in a couple of weeks, and it really puts a lot of things into perspective. And for me, I see this as a really great opportunity, and a good way to process grief is to get the joy out of all the things that he did. So like binge watching Whitest Kids You Know stuff, you know, like anything that he's been involved in that you know that you love, go back and watch and just reappreciate that person's life. Cause like that's the stuff that he worked hard on and that deserves to be remembered and like enjoyed. And cause like I think that's one of the things, like for me, well, I talk to my wife about this all the time. At my funeral, I want people to be like laughing and remembering things in a good light. Cause it's, you know, it's like, even if it's too soon, at least be happy about the things that went well.
At my funeral, I want Emerald to be a complete wreck. It won't happen. She'll be fine.
You want her to be like screaming.
She has tons of armor, but no, I'm kidding. But I will. What I do want to do is I'm going to put links in the description of YouTube. I don't think I can do it for the rest of, say, Spotify and Apple iTunes, but I'm going to put some of my favorite sketches just to remember him. I mean, off the top of my dome, my favorite one of all time is Gallon of PCP, which is so funny to say in sort of a memorial. But that's an absolute classic. Sex Robot. I mean, there's so many. There's just 6 seasons of like incredible. They did a Civil War on drugs, and that was like almost the entire like season 6 or whatever it was. But yeah. Oh, he also specifically, Trevor Moore, put out a bunch of music videos because he was a musician as well, and he was very much like a satirical musician. So his songs are so funny. Oh, my favorite one is the Dinosaur Rap, and it's about getting high with dinosaurs, and then like the cops come in and like that's a fucking great. Yeah, I'll put that link too.
So good.
But anyways, I'm starting with a bummer so that we can try and rise above. What do you got, Brandon? It better be good because that was a death.
Well, let's. I was gonna say, how about you turn it around? And just give me one. What's bringing you joy, my dude?
Well, another thing that's bringing me joy emotionally, but maybe not physically, is that I am a guinea pig for science, I guess. I read a few. I read a few studies about that. Basically, I got the J&J vaccine, like I don't know how many months ago. And
for those of you who have not heard of this is the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine.
Yeah, it's not
heard of COVID-19.
Right. It's not a worldwide phenomenon or anything.
I thought I was like breaking this news.
So I got the J&J a while back. But now that we have our wedding coming up, we're flying all sorts of places. We have 40 to 50 people, in a closed space. Well, not enclosed. We're doing it outside, but, and then we're going to be flying to Florida, maybe, where the hotspot of everything is happening currently. So I wanted to...
Currently and always.
Yeah.
Every second of the entire time where they... I saw something the other day. They broke their own record of most new cases in a day or something. Yep. It's like they had the record before. They broke it.
They sure did.
Hey, Florida. Never change.
You do you.
There's enough incest going on that they won't ever change.
Ooh, damn. Fucking, you got it. We need to find a mile-long aloe bottle for that fucking statewide burn.
Oh boy.
Speaking of statewide burn, sponsored by California, the state that won't stop fucking burning. Yeah.
Colorado too.
Anyways, so I read a few studies about how you can get a Pfizer jab and then your antibody levels are as high as if you've gotten 2 Pfizers. So I got I just went and I lied to someone and I got a vaccine jab, and it's whatever. I'm not a doctor. Don't do what I did. The FDA didn't approve it. But here's the other thing. The reason why I really did is because San Francisco actually, as a city, straight up said, yeah, just if you had Johnson & Johnson, take a Pfizer as well if you want. Like, we have a little bit of extra and it won't kill you and it will do you fine. So
if you're going to mix tequila and gin every Saturday and beer, you might as well.
Dude, I did much worse things to my body for 9 years than fucking put a vaccine in it in my 20s. Jesus.
Hold on 1 sec. Sorry.
Might have to do the first video edit of. She really wants into that closet.
I forgot her litter box is in there, so I closed it.
Oops.
Yeah, she's taking a mad shit right now.
Rage shit is what that's called.
It's going to smell so bad.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Do you want to pause and...
No.
Is it going to fuel you?
Yeah, it'll fuel my fire to get this done.
So jabbed. I'm not, again, not a doctor. Don't follow my advice. DYOR, as they say. Do your own research. And if you
so do you still get the double dose of the Pfizer? Oh wait, Pfizer was 1.
No, Pfizer is 2. Johnson & Johnson was 1.
Johnson & Johnson was the only one that was 1.
Yep. So
gotcha.
this was like a booster shot. And
okay.
So I just wanted to get my T cells or white blood cells or whatever they are. I want those gains,
All the cells.
Yeah.
Give me those cells.
Antibodies.
I heard this is going to cause mutations, and like now that I can be an X-Man, I wonder if I could decide what my mutation
I have basically a third leg right now, if you know what I mean. It's literally a third leg and I can run really fast.
I would trip over a third leg, so
I guess I'm just better than you.
But I know from experience.
Oh,
with my third leg that I grew from my Moderna vaccine.
Right. Thanks, Bill Gates. So
hashtag not a penis.
Hashtag not a penis. So that is bringing me joy, just in that I feel more safe, just kind of doing stuff. Good. Until a new vaccine resistant strain pops up and goes wide.
A new variant.
A new variant
of the old C19,
which has already come out. So that's fun. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Yeah. Anyways, what about you, Brent? Why don't you dig me out of this bummer hole that I've dug us into?
Bummer hole. Yeah. If COVID is the thing you're most excited about for the week, you've had a bad week.
I feel protected. I feel like I feel like kidding. Iron Man with
I'm just kidding. Don't you worry. I have a lot of topics.
I was really worried.
Like a lot of topics.
I know you do, which is good. I only have one huge topic, so let's get to yours. I don't really know
where to start on this.
Random. Start with one that starts with P.
With P? I don't think any of them start with P.
Make one of them start with P.
So primarily.
Oh. Nice.
I'll go with Marvel. I'll go with Marvel primarily.
Cool.
God, it starts with P. You're the worst. So, last week we were talking about Loki, and we were talking about how my wife a lot of times helps me connect the dots on stuff, or fills me in on something that I didn't really get because I'm bad at doing that. And I know you said you're that way, but the opposite. You're my wife in that scenario.
Yeah.
So she started watching Age of Ultron today.
Oh, hell yeah.
And so, I've been trying to clean and get my office all set up. So I just kept walking by, but I was like, man, I totally forgot that, what's her face? Scarlet Witch has an accent in this movie.
And yeah.
So, cause I was like, she didn't have it in WandaVision, right? Or did she just forget to do it? And then my wife tells me, well, no, she doesn't have an accent because she's doing the accent of each era of TV. So she's doing the I Love Lucy accent, and she's doing, and then once the magic is broken or whatever, and when she sees her in the flashbacks, she's doing the accent, and my head exploded because I never realized.
I didn't even.
That was part of the whole thing that she was doing. It blew my mind.
Wow. Yeah, that was a good one. Wow,
I've
good
never
on Kelly.
Been so horny in my entire life.
So you guys are having a second child.
Nope.
I do want to say your office looks great. This is awesome. Well done on the framing. This looks like you're on the thirds, on photography terms.
Yeah, I switched it up because it looked awful, and now I have stuff behind me again.
Looks
that's
great.
Not a mattress. It doesn't look like I actually got a divorce and I've been lying about all this stuff for the last couple of weeks, and I had a mattress and just I live in a crack den by myself.
Well, I mean that's true, but not the rest.
Yeah, no.
I just look messy, and that's fine. I live a life.
You don't look
Fuck
messy.
Off.
You don't look messy. Oh wait, I have more Marvel though.
Oh, good.
So that's not even it. So I was having a conversation with one of my coworkers, and she was talking about Green Knight, I think.
Yeah.
And she was talking about how it was like really great or whatever. And then she had like a really positive review to give it, like glowing reviews. And the last time she had something good to say about something was also like super glowing. And so I brought up, I was like, it's amazing that you can do that. Cause a lot of times people ask me how something is and I'm just like, meh, it was okay. And I was like, I need to start being more like you. Cause like I should describe everything with that kind of excitement. It was amazing. And I was like, am I depressed? But then she said the only thing that has been meh for her lately was Black Widow. And I've watched that 3 times now. And so my brain is like, what? What did you just say? And so I kind of like had to like sell it to her and break it down. Well, this was Oliver Teams, but I tried to sell it to her in the moment. And like, so I started telling her, it was like, especially for a guy like me right now, to see David Harbour, like the dad bod superhero, like that is the representation my people need right now. And so her husband,
us white people have been marginalized for far too long.
No, the dad bod.
I know. I'm kidding. That was Brent.
Anthony,
Brent, I'm joking.
You're such a sexist all the time. Women. Man, I'm so sorry.
That there's 51% of women in the world. We are the minority, Brent. We need to rise up against the matriarchy.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Obviously, I obviously being the opposite of all of that. I'm a friend of the women.
Did you know women can pee whenever they want now?
So how did she take it? What was her reaction to your?
She said her husband is probably gonna make her watch it again. So I didn't convince her. I thought it was a fun conversation. I wanted to talk about that. It's just been all the Marvel things.
That's awesome.
I'm glad we've had more content Marvel lately. Right now.
You know what I want is,
oh my God, so much shit's gonna happen too.
Yeah, a lot is going down.
Did you see the What If posters?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So that's going to be really interesting. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get Emerald to watch it, but I'll see.
We could Discord watch it, baby.
Oh, that's a good point. Okay. Yeah, I'll let you know as soon as I get an answer.
No, we are going to Discord watch it no matter what. Even if you watch the episode with Emerald and then we watch it right away. Fair enough. We're doing it.
We should just do like tracks of us recording. We should just do a riff tracks. We should just rip off riff tracks and MS3 and just do that whole shindig.
We should get both of our spouses to do it as well.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Kelly said today she's willing to be on camera. So,
ooh,
my wife. Although that's dangerous because then everyone will see how she shouldn't be in a relationship with me. And they'll convince her to leave me. So never mind. She can't be on the show.
My favorite thing about getting married, I think, is being able to say my wife for the rest of my life.
My wife. Yeah. It's so true. That's the only reason I bought her a ring,
Worth the price of entry.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep going, man. Cause I think I'm going to leave everyone in a cliffhanger on what my big weekly topic is, and we'll do it right after
reveal.
The break. Yeah.
So you want me to talk about all my stuff right now? Okay. Well,
actually, you know what? People will know because of the title. I'm going to put it in the title, but I watched Suicide Squad. But we need to let's do one more of yours, pop over to ads, and then we can
one more of mine. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the other one I was going to mention is just how much I've been enjoying spending time with people again.
That's awesome.
'Cause, we've had people come over and stuff, and like when we moved, we got to spend time with like my dad, and I got to see my aunts and stuff. It's been really nice to reconnect with people and like just see people, be around people again. Totally. It was really great. So
that's awesome. Well, I'm glad that you guys have been able to get out a little bit and also see some Colorado friends.
Yes. Now you go out and see friends too.
Yeah.
Right now.
I actually did. I have seen friends. Actually, we've done a lot of. Oh, I'm doing my bachelor party this week.
Nice.
Yeah. So we're leaving on Thursday, and we're gonna go to Big Bear, which is like Big Bear Lake, which is like a nice lake in the mountains. And we rented an Airbnb, basically a big cabin, and it's me and basically all my D&D buds, and just because I roped all my California friends into D&D. I'm gonna be there from Thursday to Sunday morning, so it's quite a long haul.
Oh, nice.
And we're doing like hikes, and we're getting drunk, and we're playing D&D, and we're going bowling, and playing Switch, and it's gonna be just an awesome time. The one, what's funny is the one condition I gave my best man James is no strippers, absolutely no strippers. It's just like a thing of mine. I just don't want to do it. And so what was it? Was it this morning or was it yesterday? The days are blended together, but that happens. Emerald in the morning just like goes, she just goes, oh, did James figure out where he's getting the strippers? And I was like, what? No, what? And I was like, he's getting fucking strippers. She goes, oh yeah, it was really cute. He asked for permission, and I said, of course, you need to have. And I was like, and I went and I like sulked on the sofa, and I like drafted several texts, and then like Emerald was like, like whatever, like la-di-da, and then I was just like for like 3 hours, and I was like not feeling great, and I also got a sinus infection anyways, so I was just sitting there being so angry, and then like at lunch I was like, I think I'm gonna tell James to cancel the strippers, and I can't do it, like, because I was going back and forth, like, should I let this happen because other guys, like, maybe I'm letting people down. I don't know. And then I was just like, no, I'm gonna do it, and she goes, oh yeah, I was fucking with you. Are you still on that? And I was like, oh my god. So I have a troll wife. My wife lives under a bridge and loves to make people pay tolls.
Like a D Reynolds thing to do. Like, one of you's the father.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
Oh my gosh. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, so she got me good.
But that's just a sign, guys. Every guy needs their D Reynolds. Their big bird.
I'm gonna call her Bird from now on.
Don't do it. We've been calling our cat Bird because I made Kelly watch the episode of Always Sunny where it's the Halloween episode with the McPoyles, and they're trying to figure out which one had sex with D.
Right. Oh, it's one of my favorite episodes.
And early on in the bathroom, they call her a bird.
Yes.
And every couple times they keep showing her, because it's all, so the entire episode is all essentially going back through each one's memory.
Yes.
Because they all blacked out. So they're all trying to remember who slept with D.
They browned out.
That's right. They browned out. And so they mention how she's a bird, which they always do. And then in the first flashback, she's got like some yellow feathers.
Well, she was an angel. Her costume was like an angel, but slowly it gets feathers over time.
It gets more feathers over time. And then at one point she has like a fake beak on.
Yeah.
And then Mac is in the bathroom and he says, D comes walking in talking, and it's an actual just fucking ostrich.
Yeah, cuts to an ostrich
just over him, just squawking and squawking.
Oh my God.
And so now I call our cat, I've been calling our cat a fat bird every time she's annoying. I'm like, shut up, you fat bird. So that's bringing me joy.
Phenomenal. That is, by the way, that gag is probably my favorite gag from Always Sunny.
It is my well, she does not like Always Sunny, and she would like it if Danny DeVito wasn't in it, but she does not. And he's seen that because he just does so much gross stuff, like the constant like burping and like stuff coming out of his mouth. Like she hates stuff like
that's fair. Emerald kind of doesn't like that
stuff. So we try to skip the Danny DeVito stuff as much as possible, but he's fair great,
enough. Yeah.
So I told her, I was like, sorry,
bird shenanigans in the background.
So I told her there was one episode I absolutely knew that there would be at least one spot that makes her absolutely laugh out loud, and that was the episode. And once the ostrich came up, it was all of the satisfaction and like gratification of knowing that I was right, that it was going to make her laugh so hard, because she hates that show.
You won.
Only because of Frank. So
that's so crazy. I couldn't imagine that show without Frank anymore. Like, the first season's great and I love it, but it's like it was taken to another level.
Yeah. No, I agree. I love Frank. I think he's absolutely necessary because he's the constant income.
Yeah.
And like the only reason they can get away with most stuff they get away with.
Right.
Love it.
Love it.
Love it.
Cool. We're going to take a quick break to shill you some shit, and then we'll be right back. Welcome to Corporate Whores Land.
Hey, millennials. Does toxic masculinity have you down? Do you feel like you didn't learn life skills growing up? Do you have slight sociopathic tendencies? Well, we've got the book for you. 100 Deadly Skills, the SEAL Operative's Guide to Eluding Pursuers, Evading Capture, and Surviving Any Dangerous Situation. You'll learn the most useful skills for the modern man, along with pictures, diagrams, and topics relevant to my everyday life, such as make a compass, build a vehicle bolt bag, scale a high wall, construct a rectal concealment, make a newspaper nail bat, leave zero DNA behind, dispose of a body.
This is a really bad Tinder date.
If you want to concern your relatives and scare your wife and friends, buy this book. Display it prominently so everyone will ask what it is and know you're the real man of the house.
That's a real thing, by the way.
Oh. I literally bought it because I thought it was. I searched on Amazon for books that were like helpful for skill stuff, and this is like one of the first ones that popped up. And on the description thing, and it was like, oh, it sounds like some of this stuff is useful. I didn't read far enough to find out that there was how to get rid of a body.
Brent, I helped edit videos for that guy.
Did you really?
I did. I have 100 Deadly Skills, the TV show, on my computer. It's like how to escape from a car trunk and dude, how to kill a man with one karate chop.
It's wild stuff.
It's so stupid.
I'll put up some pictures of some of the diagrams, like the concealment of your putting stuff in your asshole.
Sorry, by the way, now that I'm interested. But what was concealing an erection? I missed. There was one in there.
Construct a rectal concealment, which it's a tube so you can hide your money and keys and a map and a compass. And then where
you put the compass in your butt?
Yes. You make it with a tampon tube.
What?
And then you put it up your asshole.
This is really important stuff, Brent.
Use vegetable oil or other lubricant to insert tube into rectum.
I can't. This is all.
It also.
Why didn't they teach us this in high school, Brent?
It also shows you that if you put a nail through the top of the tampon, you can make an ice pick, a temporary ice pick.
No, I don't want to do that because what if you accidentally
your anus during that
but what
time?
What if you mix it up? What if you forgot?
I know. What if you're like, okay, I've got it lubed and ready, but you left your rusty nail in?
Wait, do I put the nail in before or after I put it in my butt?
Simultaneously, probably.
Holy shit.
There's some really good stuff.
No, you have to get to the point where you can put the nail in with your butt.
Oh, gross.
Use your butt to put the nail in. It's like tying a cherry, not cherry stem.
Good stuff.
Holy shit. Well,
that's my ad, folks.
That's the best ad we've ever had. And it's a real product, by the way. You can buy that.
But we are not actually sponsored by Clint Emerson. We don't want you to. But there you go.
Clint, don't sue us.
Please don't sue us. I was just having some fun. Please don't come stick anything in my butt.
He knows how to put things in your butt. He knows the best ways. He gets paid. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to move on and pitch you something. It's not going to be as good. It's hilarious though, but oh my God. Okay. Oh God. Okay, I've cried like twice on this episode now. All right. Are you broke?
Constantly.
But do you want to own a house but
Yes.
can't? Do you like window shopping?
Oh, I do.
Yeah. Okay. So and also, by the way, last thing.
Last thing. Okay.
Last thing.
Yeah, did the ad even start yet?
Do you like sinning in that you like coveting what your neighbors have?
No, I prefer that my neighbor covet me.
Oh, they can do that too, actually. So there's a new app called Brillo. It's for homes that are not on the market, and you can see inside of all of them.
Ooh, oh no.
Yeah. So it's a subscription model, and people they've gone around and almost like Google Maps, they've just mapped out like the inside of houses while people were away. So you can look at the inside of their houses in up-to-date imagery.
Wow.
And window shop.
Do they get consent to get into these houses, or is this just like a...
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
no. I mean, I don't think anyone would really consent to that. But that's what makes it a really valuable service.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else has this.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyways, that's called Brillo. $6.90 a month. I don't know.
Wow. I bet it's probably owned by Microsoft.
Yes, you will get one free vaccination with your...
Ooh.
It's already free because the government pays for it, but they'll double free it.
I've heard people that get the vaccine are 90% more likely to be successful.
I've heard that they're 85% more likely to hide things up their butt.
Yeah. That too.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Here we are, still in the same place.
Just later in time.
Took you guys a little while to get here, but we've been here for a couple days now.
That's okay. Yeah, we don't mind waiting.
Was that fun for you guys to watch us talk about things? I hope you enjoyed those ads. We'll keep making them if you keep watching them. Maybe we won't. Maybe crippling depression will stop us both. Maybe I'll realize that my OnlyFans is a better direction to go than this.
Just tell your family you're an accountant.
Maybe I'll go shove some stuff up my ass.
I'm sensing a theme throughout this episode. I have a visitor. This is my grandpa. This is not my grandpa. This is grandpa the cat. He is 16 years old now as of August 1st. And he's my guy. He's my man. So welcome back to the other side of the podcast. I don't know what all that was about. We're going to try and get to some content now. So this past Friday.
That was yesterday. Yep.
Not for the people listening.
No.
I went to a movie theater and I watched a movie in the theater, and it was called Suicide Squad, and it was 2 hours and 14 minutes long. It was really, number one, it was really fun to go back out to a movie theater. Holy shit. I went and saw something else, but not as memorable apparently.
Didn't you go see Quiet Place? No.
That's it. Quiet Place 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Holy shit. That was so good. Actually, how could I forget? Suicide Squad was great, dude. Like,
I want to see it so bad.
You should. Well, it's on HBO Max as well, so you can do that.
What?
Yeah, they're doing, WB, Warner Brothers, and all that. You know how like Godzilla and Kong was on HBO Max?
No, yeah, okay. Yes, of course I remember that. But though, like, so Mortal Kombat was one of the other ones they did, Right. So that's like when Netflix is like, we've got the greatest movies, and it's like, oh, The Sand Carpenter 4, great,
right.
Can't wait to watch it. So yeah, I always forget that.
Yeah,
HBO sometimes gets good things, like when they had Tenet. I could watch that today.
Yeah,
I'm so mad at myself right now.
My god. Yeah. So just to catch you up, Dune will be on HBO Max. The Matrix 4 will be on HBO Max. All of this.
I am ashamed of myself. I have HBO Max. I just haven't opened it.
I just canceled it, actually. Funny enough. But I saw Suicide Squad. You should see it as soon as possible. It's very funny. I put it between, in terms of funniness, I put it between Guardians 1 and 2. Because to me, Guardians 2 was not nearly as funny. I thought that his jokes went on too long a lot of the times. Like he tried to
too many beats.
Yeah. This one had a little bit of that, but it was much more condensed and much funnier.
And with the movie like that, an ensemble cast like that, you have a lot more personalities to work off of to make an original joke with like each person.
That's right.
Whereas Guardians, you have 5 characters you're cycling around instead of like 10.
And I mean, and as Suicide Squad, like, I mean, 80% of the people, I mean, spoilers, I guess, but like if you know that if you've seen any of the marketing, you know that like most of the people that are marketed to be in the movie are going to die. Yeah. So it's a real, like, 15 to 20% of those characters made it out alive. I mean, if that, spoilers, but there's a lot. But I mean, highlights are John Cena as Peacemaker. Idris Elba comes out of left field with like this whole other like character, and he was just like kind of the straight man in a weird movie, and it works really well.
I love Idris Elba.
Oh, he's great. I just meant he's a little different than you kind of know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. But that's one of the things I love about him is just like some of his range and stuff. That was another thing I was appreciating when watching Marvel. When his Heimdall, I love some of the scenes that he does as Heimdall. He's so good. And let's be honest, probably like one of the most handsome men I've ever seen in my entire life.
Incredibly sexy.
If my wife was leaving me and was like, it's Idris Elba, I would be like, yeah, no, that makes complete sense. If I could just hang out with Dylan still sometimes, that'd be cool.
Right. Yeah, I get it. He has a lot of presence. He's really fun. Ratcatcher 2 is, she is surprised. She's kind of the heart of the movie. And I mean, David Dastmalchian as Polka Dot Man was subtle, but like some fucking good ones out of him, or out of his character. Actually, I'm trying to like not spoil some stuff. There's some real good moments throughout the movie with him. Let's just say that. And I do have to say Peacemaker's like entire story like is fucking phenomenal. Like he has this feud with Bloodsport Idris Elba throughout the whole thing, and then the writing for that character is phenomenal, which is why like I totally get why James Gunn just like randomly then wrote like 6 scripts for a Peacemaker show, and they just shot it. And they're going to do a Peacemaker show on HBO Max. Like,
oh yeah. No, that's right. Oh yes.
So I was like, I totally get it. Yeah, it was super fun. His whole shtick is really fun. It's just like a really douchey Captain America.
That's so great.
It's phenomenal. What else? Even what's his face? Oh, I love this actor, and I always forget his name. But the guy who plays Rick Flagg, he was in Altered Carbon season 1 as well. His name is on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember. Really chiseled. Joel
character. Yeah.
Joel, whatever. Main character from the first one. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's so good.
He even turns in like a nice performance. I mean, the whole thing, Harley Quinn is phenomenal. There's an entire scene where it's very like, it gives her a lot of independence because she is able to sort of escape a situation without anybody's help, kicks fucking ass. Yeah. And it's like gives her a lot of justice that kind of hasn't been done. Like Birds of Prey kind of did it, but that movie was like, it was like hit or miss kind of throughout the scenes.
Yeah.
This one is just like Harley Quinn is fucking rad. She's just going to kind of do her thing and balls to the wall with that. And it's really good. So
hell yeah.
I'm starting to see some recycled James Gunn tropes.
Yeah.
Because he does the same thing that gets me every time in Guardians 1. And it got me a little bit here, but the flashback to a dead parental figure in a very emotional moment, like in Guardians 1, it's the mother at the end.
Yeah.
He does that exact same thing here. And I was like, you got me a little bit, James Gunn, but I see what you're doing. But
it worked with Guardians. I'll just try it here. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. But the scene itself is actually really good because it is different. It's a little different. The character says something that's really resounding in the themes. I'm trying to still be vague. And it was a really good moment. So it is still a good moment. I got goosebumps throughout it. Like, I think honestly, it could have been cut down just a little bit. It's a little long and I felt it. But other than that, like, I think it's great. It was like a good 8.5 out of 10 for me. Like,
nice. That's awesome.
We had some solid belly laughs. And King Shark, by the way. King Shark.
Sylvester Stallone, right?
I know, which was so fun. I actually, weirdly enough, for some reason thought that Steve Agee, is that his name? The comedian.
Yeah.
I thought he was King Shark's voice for some reason. So like when it happened, I was like, this doesn't sound like Steve Agee at all. And I was like, wait a second, is that fucking Sly Stallone?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah,
my dad watched it yesterday and he texted me. He's like, so funny finding out who plays the shark guy.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. Sylvester Stallone, man.
And I gotta say, his voice acting, great. Because it's like very not Sylvester Stallone. It's very dopey. Like King Shark is so dopey the whole time. I can't
wait. I'm so excited. Oh gosh.
He's very good. It's on the level of like Vin Diesel did Groot. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. But he apparently gave it his all. So
and then we gave him all that money.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
So I without a lot of spoilers, that's kind of the highlights for me. I think that James Gunn really kind of came out swinging. He just said, this is what I want to do. He didn't make it very Guardians of the Galaxy. It feels very different from it, which I think was something that I was like, great, good.
Yeah.
Because I don't want that. He definitely took the anti-hero theme and like ran with it. Like nobody's like a good person.
Nice.
Which is really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But Emerald wants to dress up as Ratcatcher 2. And Ratcatcher 2, the woman, has a little rat named Sebastian with a little backpack on him. And she was like, that's like my Philo baby son. Philo is her cat. He's like the smallest of our cats. And she's like, it's like him because he attaches himself to me. And so she wants to go as Ratcatcher 2 for Halloween. So
that's amazing.
She loved it. She adored the movie. So I think Kelly will too.
Oh, I'm sure she will.
Yeah.
And we love me some good DC content. The trailer for Titans season 3 came up and holy shit, does it look awesome. Have you seen Titans at all?
No, I've heard a lot about it and I've seen some scenes and I know that one of the badass actors from Game of Thrones plays like an old Bruce Wayne.
Oh, yeah. Well, so you haven't seen any of it?
No.
Okay, so it's also on HBO Max.
I know.
It's pretty cool.
Okay.
It's a little cheesy at times, I guess.
I think that's why I didn't watch it. Is I saw a couple scenes and I was like, it's a little cheesy.
But in my opinion, the action makes up for a lot of it, and especially since it's Nightwing you're watching.
Yeah.
And it's so good. You need to watch it, or at least at the very least, the very bare minimum, watch the season 3 trailer and see if you want to hop on that train, because it looks like they are ramping things up a little bit too.
If I were to not watch season 1, where could I jump in?
If you didn't watch season 1?
Yeah.
You could watch season 2.
Fair enough. I guess I served myself up on a platter for that one.
Season 3's not out yet, so
that's a really good point. If you don't watch season 1,
you will have to watch season 2.
No, I need you to tell me in the future when. No, I need to just see into the
season
future.
7 is really going to be a good one. So just wait.
Yeah.
Another 30 years.
I know Brendan Fraser voices the robot on that. Is that Titans? No, that's the other one. There's another.
That's the other one with the metal.
That's right.
I don't remember that. That's also, is that one also called Titans? No,
I don't remember what that one's called, but it's like a wacky DC show.
Yes,
with like some dude who's like half robot.
I cannot remember what that is.
Yeah,
Doom Squad.
That's it. Good one.
Doom Squad.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. But no, it is not that. I like.
Cool.
God, Doom Squad was weird. We won't get into that another day.
Do you have
Titans though?
Do we have any time for you to wrap out with something? That's something else.
My name is Brent and I'm on the mic. Everybody knows that I'm not a psycho. Breaking your mom.
Whoa. No.
Okay. Let's just move past that.
Yeah. Do you have
anything about WandaVision? Oh, yes, I do have one more thing I want to actually talk about. One quick thing.
Great.
Because I think it's important to talk about. We have a new social media manager, which we've already discussed.
Yes.
But recently, she had sent out Anthony and I a little set of questions to, kind of put out like a bio thing. And it got me thinking about stuff because one of the questions she asked was, what's the nerdiest thing that you do? Or like the nerdiest thing you're into, I guess. I didn't read your answers. Did you read all my answers? I read your answers. I just skimmed through it.
But for nerdy thing, you said D&D, right?
I said D&D.
Yeah.
What did you say for yours?
I said probably D&D and comic books.
Okay.
Well, it's collecting.
So today I was thinking about it because we were unpacking and stuff, and I unpacked one of my boxes and I was like, oh shit, it's my miniatures. Dope. And so then right away I was like, oh wait, D&D is not the nerdiest thing I do. No, it isn't. Me hunching over a little desk with a light and a little magnifying glass while I paint little dudes.
I love
that's the nerdiest thing I do. And I was thinking about it more. I was like, I did all that before Dylan, like before my wife was even pregnant at all with our son. And I don't have anyone to blame it on now. You give
all nerds hope.
Yeah. Hey. Look at me. I made it. One woman.
And his shirt says, I am awesome. Fucking
it does.
Grab life by the balls. What are those figures for? Is it Warhammer?
No, they're all just D&D figures.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I painted my like entire first team. Yeah, group, I guess, in D&D. Sure. I painted all of their figures for them. The Star Wars campaign I painted a couple for that. I have some Star Wars ones that I just bought to paint for fun. God
damn, you're making me want to do it.
It's so much fun. I have this wizard one that like, oh my God. No, okay. So we have to tell Emerald that I need to revise my statement, and painting miniature figures for D&D is the nerdiest thing that I do. I thought that'd be a fun one to go over.
Chandler's been trying to get me into Warhammer, which I know is just a rabbit hole, and I'm
dude, it's a money pit.
I know I don't want to spend that much money, but I really want to get into it, but I also don't.
Like, I'm pretty sure that Warhammer is an MLM, and they're like, okay, so you're going to buy it, and then you're going to tell all your friends about it, and then they're going to buy it, and they're going to tell all their friends about it, and then we're going to sell so much paint that everybody dies from the fumes. And we have all of our money.
Phenomenal.
It's a conspiracy.
It is. I would get too addicted to stuff like that, and it's just a problem.
Yeah, don't.
I already see it coming a mile away.
I don't do it because then every time you're driving past a hobby store, you're like, ooh, I should stop in and see if they have any paints that I don't have. And then you're like looking for color. Yeah, it's bad.
Is Warhammer just like
Warhammer's worse though, because Warhammer, they also it's like, oh, hey, you should build like a whole map environment and stuff too. No. So my buddy, we went over to his house and he has like this massive board that he pulls out that he is like, he's put little rivers on, and like, when you would make diorama or they called
model train.
Yeah. Or like when you had to make the little models in school that had like the river. Yeah. When you had to do that stuff, it was like that, except then he was moving them across the battlefield, and I was like, nope, I know for a fact I'll play the shit out of this.
I will get so far in. I used to set up, we had, this is not as nerdy. Well, okay, in a different way, but we had, my mom will attest to this. We had like a little model train set, and it was for Bedford Falls for, what's the movie? Oh fuck! I'm losing cred right now.
You've lost all your cred.
Jimmy Stewart movie, right? It's Jimmy Stewart. Oh my god, I can't believe I am blanking on this movie. But anyways, it's the bankings and loan, the whatever. And I used to love like putting all that shit together every Christmas and like putting the snow down and like putting the train through. And I'm like, I could totally see like that same thing going on, but with like Warhammer.
Well, and because then it's the worst. And then on top of just having like these little armies where you're painting each one the same color, they then have like expansions of like, oh, don't forget to buy the tank for this army too, and the swamp monster for this army. And so it's like, yeah, I'm gonna buy all this stuff for thousands of dollars.
It's a Wonderful Life, by the way, was the movie.
Oh yeah. Oh boy, duh.
Yeah, I know, right?
Duh.
Anyways, I think that wraps it up for this week. I do have one nerd fact, though. Do you also have a nerd fact or no?
I don't think so.
That's totally fine. So
I talked too much already. So
my nerd fact, you never talk enough. I love your voice. Keep talking. My nerd fact is in the early development of the Suicide Squad movie, James Gunn had a draft where Superman was going to be the enemy at the end. And the reason why is because Starro, the big giant starfish, in the comics and in the movie, ejects tiny starfish that attach to your face and then does like they become a hive mind. And I want to talk. Oh shit! I almost forgot to talk about that. Okay, I'll finish my nerd fact and then I'll get back to it real quick. But that is actually that actually happened in the comics in a run where Starro took over Superman and they had to fight Superman.
Really?
Yeah, which is kind of cool idea. But going back to that was one of the big things that I loved about Suicide Squad. Actually, is that like. So you know how every comic book movie at the end they have some invading force or whatever that is very clearly like aliens or something that's okay to kill that's not human because Disney. They had an army of humans in this because everybody get the starfish on their face. So they were just killing people, and it like so much more realistic, even though it's a giant alien starfish. Then this formula over and over and over of aliens or whatever, just people, that and that non-human entity that you can kill mercilessly, robots in Ultron. And
is it Is it rated
It is rated R.
I didn't know that. I thought it was PG-13 for some reason.
R for matey.
First one PG-13?
I think so. Yeah. The first one was also a hot mess. H for hot mess.
Hey, it won an Oscar. It won an Oscar. You watch your mouth.
You want to know how that movie fell apart? I have a story for you.
It wasn't from the seams. The seams were tight as the costumes were lit.
All right, I'm not even. That was amazing.
One Oscar.
We're going out on that one. You can find us on like every platform: YouTube, Pop-timistic, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Pop_timistic.
Pop_timistic.
And we actually had a couple reels blow up too, which was really fun. Instagram nice. Reels. Yeah. Instagram is a shit platform and Reels is terrible, but we managed to get some out and they did pretty well. So it's kind of fun.
I have to tell you one more thing. I made the mistake of telling my wife our newest demographic.
Oh, boy.
So our newest demographic, just so y'all know, although as you ladies know, you're already out there. Our new demographic is women 65 and over.
Meow.
Heyo. Ladies, nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by. My wife also did tell me, she was like, you're not over. The second I told her that, she was like, you're not allowed to do the podcast anymore. And I was like, uh-oh, got to record these in secret now.
Whoops. Secret agent man.
Yeah. It's like the old ladies have always been nice to me. Real nice.
It's because you're a handsome boy who likes to get his cheeks pinched.
And
you know what
other
I mean.
Things.
Yeah. All right, guys, we love you. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Yes.
Every week, we really just appreciate you coming by. We just passed 1,000 downloads. It's been incredible. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let us know what you want to see. Hit us up on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. We're all around. We're doing all sorts of content everywhere. That's
all
it.
the content.
All the content
all of it.
that you can fit in your earballs and eyeballs. Have a great week, everybody.
Balls.
We love you. Bye.
Bye.